Hey, kia ora, Helen from Zephy coming to you live from Mesa in Arizona. Hope you're all having a super fantastic sparkling winning Wednesday. Oh, my top tones beautifully with my backdrop. Oh, that wasn't planned at all. No, seriously, it wasn't. How has your winning... Oh, sorry, I've got the breeze blowing again because it's still a little warm in here. We've got one AC not working, one AC working, so we're keeping the airflow going. So how was your super fantastic sparkling winning Wednesday? What were your wins today? Please, please, please tell us your wins in the comments below so we get to celebrate with you, because I want to do some happy dances. Come on, we're going to do some happy dances. I got my big win today is my creativity suddenly went and blew up. And I was working on a project and taking notes and scrolling out ideas for other things that kept popping up while I was working on one project, but ideas for other concepts and programs kept popping up into my head, so they were busily getting written down. So lots of creativity today. And then I was on my accountability call today. This was the funniest thing. I'm on my accountability call, so I figured I'm going to go sit in the bedroom where it's cooler. So I'm sitting there on the bed, and I happen to look down, and if you have a look on my Facebook page, you will see the picture of Zephy laying on the floor with my little pile of rainbow colored post-it notes next to her, near her. She had actually gotten up, and she did not have this in her mouth when I left. When I left to go take my call, she was on her bed on the dashboard. When I happened to look down after I'd been on the call for about 5-10 minutes, she's laying on the floor with these near her, and so which meant that she even got little teeth marks. You see the little teeth marks there? And had got up on the bench here, sniffed around the table, and bought me my post-it notes. She knows how much I like my post-it notes. Smart dog. So when I got up after my call, I walk out, and there's another little piece of my post-it notes, complete with more little teeth marks on it. So she very thoughtfully bought me my post-it notes, thinking I would need them while I was on the call. Then I have a smart dog. She just amazes me every day. She does something different, or she'll look cuter than she did the day before, or just come be loving. I mean, now she's gotten into the habit. Oh my gosh, I've got to try and get a picture of this. But we have I have my little outdoor patio area set up outside, and I did this once, and she's done it every time since. We were outside there, and she kept whining and all that. So, what are you whining for? And I'm sitting in the chair with my feet up. So I reach down, I pick her up, and I put her in the chair next to me. And these chairs are not that big, but they're pretty comfortable. And had her sitting kind of on my hip, on my side here, and just stroking her down her back. Well, the next day, we're sitting there. She hops up in the chair with me, turns around, and just sits there watching everything. So now it is a thing that we have to share the chair for about 2 or 3 minutes. And we came, this was so funny. We come back from our walk this morning. She jumps straight up into the chair and looks at me and starts whining like, well, are you going to sit down? I says, I want breakfast. Breakfast is ready. I'm hungry. And so I says, okay, we'll sit in the chair for a little minute. So I go to the other chair that was vacant. Well, that was not the right thing to do. She sits there and she whines at me, and then she jumps down, she comes over, looks at me, and then jumps up on the seat next to me to sort of say, I wanted to sit with you. That's why I was in the chair. And so we sat there in the chair for a few minutes. I put my feet up, and after about 5 minutes, she jumped off and starts whining. And I'm saying, okay, so you want to go get some water? Because she's panting and all that. So I open up the door to take her in to get, so she could come inside the RV. And she goes and jumps back up in the chair nearest the door and looks at me expectantly. I said, no, it's food time. I'm hungry. And so she jumps down and reluctantly climbs up inside. She didn't do her fast jump inside. She did her slow jump, which is sort of like jump up here and then we'll just walk the rest of the way up. Sometimes she'll jump over the first 2 steps straight into the RV and up the next 2 steps. But this time she's sort of like jumped, so she landed on the steps, then climbed her way up, and then just sort of like got inside and looked at me until I took her leash off her, and then she walked over to her water instead of doing her zoomy racy thing or wanting to play. So she was not happy about the fact that we had to come inside so we could have breakfast. She did not think I deserved breakfast or something, even though she went and had a huge drink of water. So I was sort of like, okay, you're obviously thirsty. So why are you complaining about us coming inside and getting some water? But yeah, so it seems like our new thing to do when we get back from our walks is sit down in the chairs so she can jump up on the chair with me and sit there, kind of on my lap, kind of not on my lap, and watch all the comings and goings. And now she's got a new thing to watch because about 4 sites down there's a new RV sitting there that wasn't there yesterday. We went out for a walk this morning, it wasn't there, and then I happened to look out near lunchtime and there's an RV sitting. Now it's blocking my view of this nice little villa that sits down there. I'm like, oh, okay, we have new neighbors, but they're like about 4 or 5 sites down. And so Zephy's been up in her bed most of the day just watching them. Obviously there's a lot of activity going on there because she's watching. But anyway, so I've had a great wins today with lots of creativity flowing, lots of ideas for different follow-up plans, different ways of not doing things, but different ways of appreciating people, different ways of follow-up, mainly different follow-up campaign ideas. So the ideas have been flowing, especially for those who want to celebrate Halloween, Thanksgiving, New Year's, the holidays. Been coming up with all sorts of ideas for those and exploring those today. So it's been a good creative day. So that's my big win for the day, is lots of creativity and having a very smart dog who knows that Mama loves her post-it notes. So we'll bring them to her when she is on the phone in the bedroom and doesn't have her post-it notes. She will jump up on the bench, get them off the table and bring them jump up on the seat, get them off the table and bring them to me. Isn't she nice and considerate? Anyway, that's it from me for today. Please let us know what your wins are for today. Put them into the comments below. Have a super fantastic, sparkling rest of your winning Wednesday, and we will catch you guys tomorrow for Thankful Thursday. And oh, do I have a good story for you out of our Chicken Soup for the Soul, Think Positive and Live Happy book. There's a lot of great thankful stories in there, but there's a really good one in there that I picked out for tomorrow, that I read the other day and picked out for tomorrow. So have a super fantastic, sparkling, winning Wednesday, and we'll catch you guys tomorrow. Hei konera.